Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Hi ladies, it's Yoni and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a woman who's going viral for speaking out regarding her horrible experience with a veneer tech. Now, the interesting thing about veneer techs, they are very similar to lash techs. Now, I was unaware that this was even a thing, and I'm shocked to learn that a lot of people are starting to go to veneer techs because they are very similar to lash techs to get the aesthetic of straight white teeth.
An 8-year dental degree has a lot of stuff to do that does not pertain to veneers, and a specialist degree could be a lot shorter. The problem with this is that in order to place veneers, you have to understand all of dentistry, and that's because of periodontal health, bone levels, and decay that could be underneath the veneers when they are being placed. Veneers, when they are glued onto teeth, you have to make sure that the tooth is healthy enough to hold on to the veneers and that the function of the occlusion is correct to make sure that the veneers aren't breaking off when the patient is biting down. So you have to understand all of dentistry before you can be placing veneers on top of teeth. The reason I'm making this video is because I'm seeing a lot of videos on Instagram and TikTok about veneer techs, and there is no such thing as a veneer tech. A veneer tech is a dentist. You have to have a full understanding of all of dentistry before you can be restoring or placing anything that is fixed on a tooth. So if you see ads for a veneer tech with really low prices for full mouth reconstruction, know that this probably isn't true and they're not qualified to be doing any of that work.
So after conducting research on what a veneer tech is, I didn't find anything, but it's crazy because you'll see these videos where people are showing you that you can get certified to become a veneer tech. And it says that legally only dentists are allowed to place veneers. And for me, that makes a lot of sense because for you to place anything on top of your teeth, you need healthy dental hygiene. And it just seems like people are skipping that step altogether. But let's go ahead and get into this story. I wanted to bring you awareness regarding this new trend, veneer techs. And like I said, they're very similar to lash techs.
A lot of people don't know what happened on IG. So I'm bringing it to Facebook today. So all of us know. IG, Facebook, I'm going to TikTok next. Because I'm going to get my money. Yeah. One way or the other. I'm going to get my money. Or if I ain't going to get my money, you won't make another veneer specialist sale in Tampa. I'm going to make sure of it. You won't put another fake veneer, do another dental cosmetic here in Tampa. You won't do it. No, you won't. And I got facts and receipts and everything. So let me let some people come in because they've been inboxing me and texting me, and I got time right now. I got time today. Let me let these people come in. Y'all tag, share, post. Let the people come in because I'm only doing this one time. So I'm letting everybody come in so y'all can know what's going on. This bull crap got to stop for real. Yeah. Don't put these veneers on my mouth. I got a whole infection in my mouth that you talk about. You ain't gonna run me my money. Okay, facts. You might don't run me my money, but you won't make another. You won't make another dime here. I'm gonna be at your office every time you open that office. I'm gonna be sitting out there. I'm gonna have the news people out there. Maybe I'm gonna have the consumer protection out there. I'm gonna have the investigation out there. You won't make another dime in Tampa. You won't do that here. No, you don't want to run me my money after you messed up? Okay, bet. Monday, it's on. I can't wait till Monday to get here. Let me let a few more people get on here. Because a lot of people ain't friends with me on IG. So I'm bringing it to Facebook because I posted it on Facebook. And I'm going to post them receipts right after I get off this live. Yeah. Y'all tag y'all people, y'all bring them in for real. They come up, yo, come on in. Let me let y'all know what's going on. I just tagged her name and her IG on this Facebook page because I've been on IG since yesterday. But people been asking me what's going on. So I'm coming on Facebook so y'all to know what's going on. So bad. I reached out to this lady. She go by the Veneer Ferry, the with THEE. I reached out to her about 2 months ago and told her I wanted to get a service from her. Would she provide veneers? I guess that's her specialty. She was licensed in or whatever. So I went there for a consultation. She told me at the consultation that I would need a partial and that it was going to be $3,500. So I gave her half that day. She took my impressions and she said when the impressions came back that I could come back to her office and get the impressions on back. So fast forward to Wednesday. I get there Wednesday for my appointment. She give me the impressions. I try them on. I tell her immediately, these things is too big. I don't know what you need to do, but they need to be shaved down. They need to be adjusted. They need to be something. They too big in my mouth. Something need to happen. So she tells me that they got to be shaved down. I'm like, bet. She was like, but she didn't really have the tool, but she was going to try her best to shave them down. Red flag number 1. So I'm like, okay, as long as you shave them down, that's cool. So in the course of her causing herself supposedly fake shaving them down, this dude comes in her office. Mind you, I ain't even started getting my teeth fixed or nothing. A dude come in her office and she asked me, do you got the remaining balance? Because I need to get him some money and I wasn't able to go to the bank. So I'm already looking weird. Like, you ain't even started on my teeth. And you asking me for the matter of fact, I had gave her $2,000. She was asking me for $1,500. That's what was owed on the balance. So I was like, okay, cool. So she get the envelope. She give it to the dude. I don't know who he was. I guess he was her boyfriend. This is the scam that they running. She give it to the dude. He take the money. He sit there. She tell him to count the money before he leave. He count the money. She was like, this only $1,000. I said, yeah, I cashed out you $500. So she was like, okay, bet, that's cool. So he count the money. And this before you even start putting the utensils in my mouth. He count the money. He tell her how much it is. And then he leave out the door. At first, I ain't peep game because I'm like, okay, I'm finna get my teeth done. So what she do with her money is her business. So bet she calls herself to shaving them down. Then she immediately start putting the veneers. She start doing the veneers and putting the partials in my mouth. So while she putting them in, she sit me back up because she got me leaning to like a dentist chair. She sit me back up. She say, it's going down. She sit me back up and say, I just want to tell you that it's a possibility that glue might get on your partials and they might get stuck in your mouth. Now, at that point, I didn't know that partials was supposed to come in and out. I just found out that they wasn't even supposed to be glued in your mouth. That it's supposed to be something like if you get an implant, the partial's supposed to be able to come back so you can get your implant. So when she tell me that, I tell her, okay, but you're going to have to shave these down because I can't talk. She was like, okay, I'm going to figure something out. So she go back to doing what she doing. By this time, mind you, I didn't get to her office till 5 o'clock. I got there like 5:15 p.m. Wednesday. So by this time, like I said, she set me up like she was like nervous, like they going to be stuck in your mouth. And I'm like, are you going to be able to shave them down? So she still went over the fact of shaving them down. She was like, I'm going to do something. And all you got to do is adjust to them because they knew. Me, not thinking, trusting her. I'm like, okay. So then, like 8:30, like 9 o'clock, 9:15 rolled around. She's still working on my teeth. The dude called her. He like, what you doing? You still there? She's like, yeah, I'm still here. But I'm so hungry. Before this happened, she kept saying, oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, my God, I'm about to faint. Oh, my Lord, if I don't get nothing to eat, I'm going to pass out. You doing all this while you doing my teeth. Oh, I ain't ate all day. Oh, my God, I'm just about to die. At that point, I felt like she was trying to rush. Right. For real. Straight up. At that time, I felt like she was trying to rush on me. But I didn't say that because I didn't see the actual work because I was leaning back in this chair. So she like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. I ain't ate all day. I'm about to faint. The dude called her. It's like 9:25. He like, oh, I'm finna go to Longhorn. How long it's gonna be? Because they close at 10 o'clock. She tells him, oh, I'm finna hurry up on her so I can meet you there before they close. So I'm like, you finna hurry up. But at that time, I was like, Okay, if you almost done, let me see. So she set me up. She was like, we done. I'm finished with you. So she takes some pictures. I'm like, oh, these things feel funny. I can't, at that point, I was talking so weird. I'm gonna post the video when I get done so y'all can see how I was talking. I was like, oh, these things feel so weird. They so bulky. Like, I can't even close my mouth. She was like, oh, boo, you just gotta get used to them. You gotta get used to them. So we took a little selfie or whatever. I ain't gonna lie, they did look good. They looked okay, but they didn't feel good. So I was like, okay, let me give her the benefit of the doubt because she the professionalist dealing what else she supposed to do. So I lead her. 12 o'clock at night, my mouth go to hurting so bad, y'all. Like I'm in tears. I'm taking hydrocodone. I'm like, oh my God, something going on. But of course I didn't call her at 12 o'clock because I'm like, it's nothing that she gonna be able to do. I know the office ain't open. But as soon as 8 o'clock came, I text her phone. I say, listen, these things got to come out of my mouth. I've been up all night. I haven't been able to drink. I wasn't even able to drink a smoothie. I said it feel like my mouth is inflamed. I don't know what's going on, but these partials got to come out of my mouth. She tells me, I'm going to see what I could do because I got a doctor's appointment. I'm going to see if I can make it over there. I told her, I don't care if you got a doctor's appointment. I got to get these things out of my mouth. I'm like 2 seconds from going to the emergency room. She tells me, okay, well, meet me at 10 o'clock. I was already in the parking lot before she even got there. Yeah, I got text messages. I got messages between me. I'm going to post them next. I'm posting all of that. It's on my IG, but everybody was asking me on Facebook, so I'm coming to Facebook. I'm going to be the TikTok next. I'm getting her shut down. So anyway, she was like, meet me at the office. I'm going to be there at 10 o'clock. When she get there, I'm already out. I'm outside of my car waiting because I'm like, these things hurting. My sister had to drive me over there because I took so much pain medication. She didn't want me to go by myself. So we get to her office. She began to try to drill these things off my teeth. She like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on. They stuck on your mouth. So she drilling, and I'm pulling them. She never numbed me up. I'm pulling these things like, get these things out my mouth. It took her an hour. She drilled these things for an hour. Finally, she say, before that happened, let me back up. Before that happened, she say, you might have to go to the ER because I think I'm going to pull your real teeth out if I keep pulling them like that. I told her, one point my sister said, stop pulling the teeth because you're going to pull your real teeth out. At that point, I was in so much pain. I was like, I don't care. I screamed. I'm over it. When she did that, I said, let me stand up and see if I can pull it myself out. Let me try to pull it out myself. So she got this little mirror in a sink in her office. So I stand up over the sink. I'm like, let me try to do it myself. Because sometimes you can put pain on yourself better than somebody else can. I say, this is going to be my final attempt to try to get these partials out. I say, if I can't get them out, I'm going to have to go to the hospital. At this time, I wasn't even talking because they were dangling. They was halfway out, but they were stuck on my real teeth. They was dangling like she had put some super glue on there. I don't know what type of glue she used. So I'm standing in the mirror. I take my hand and I'm like, count, and I pull them out. When I pull them out, she's like, oh my God, let me see. She's so nervous. I was nervous. My sister looking like, I don't know if she done pull her teeth out. What done happened? So at this time, she like, oh my God, I'm so glad you got them out. I was so nervous that you was gonna pull your teeth out. Oh my God. So at this time, I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I'm still in pain. You just done pulled my, at that point, I didn't know whether my real teeth was gone or what. Because at that point, she was like, it looks like what I'm going to have to do is get somebody else to shave them down, and then you could come back, and I'll put them in your mouth, and this time I won't glue them in. So I'm like, man, I'm finna go. I don't even want you to touch my mouth. So when I get down the road, I'm still feeling like my mouth is sore and inflamed. Find out I got an infection, an abscess on both sides of my mouth, a whole infection going on. I text her and I tell her, I'm not going to be able to come that same day. I left her office maybe about 3:45 because I had to pick my daughter up from school. I leave her office. I text her at 4:30. I said, I'm going to the emergency room. I'm not coming back to you. I'm not going to be able to come back. I don't want you touching my mouth. I said, after the pain that I just went through, you didn't even have the proper tool to take them out, and you didn't even shave these things down. Y'all should have seen how bumped these partials was. Like the whole grill part was making me gag. It felt like it was going in my throat because she's supposed to cut it out or shave. I don't know what they supposed to do to them. I'm not the specialist, she is. So I tell her, I'm not going to be able to come back. Girl, I got an infection in my mouth. You just put me through all that pain. I'm not coming back to get them. I don't want you touching me. And I got 8 veneers that I got to find somebody to take them out. My dentist probably won't even take them out. I got an appointment with them on Monday because it's going to be a liability issue. But I still got to get these veneers out my mouth. So I text her and tell her, baby, I'm not coming back. What can we do? And I'm going to put the text messages on here. They on IG. I say, what can we do about a reimbursement? I say, your customer service skills was good. I'm not going to deny that. But your product sucked. You gave me an infection. I don't want the product. You got the partials. I got half of the veneers was popping off. As she was pulling them out my mouth, the veneers was just popping off my teeth on the top. They was popping out. So I don't even want to go through that. What can we do about a reimbursement? She didn't respond. So I called her. I said, I'm perfect. Being in business, I've been in business for over 8 years. I said, being in business, when one of your customers reach out to you and you know that it was an issue because I was in your office less than 7 hours. I had these teeth on I had these veneers and partials in my mouth less than 8 hours. 8 hours. I came to your office. I asked her, what can we do about a reimbursement? She did not want to respond, so I called her. I said, I know you got my text. What can we do about a reimbursement? I said, at this point, you could give me half my money. I didn't even ask for it all. I said, because you did have good customer service and you did try to get them out, but you was unsuccessful. You didn't have the tools that you needed to get them out. I had to pull my teeth out with these things. Like, what can we do about a reimbursement? Because at this point, I got to hire a dentist. I got to pay for my antibiotic. Like, I done got too many bills in less than 24 hours. What can we do? She said, let me call you back. I got to figure something out. So I said, back. That's fine. 12 o'clock, mind you, that was like 8 or 9 o'clock the next day. 12 o'clock roll around, she hadn't responded. When I was getting ready to call her, she texted me. And she said, due to you signing a consent form, it's nothing that I could do about that. The only solution that I have, right, I was really trying to work with her. She said, the only solution that I have for you at this point is to get them shaved down and we try it again. Why would I let you put these things in my mouth when I got an infection? Why would I let you take me back through that when we just went through this pain? I said, that's not an option for me. I understand that you got policies, but that's not an option. You caused me to have an infection. I don't want you putting your tools, your hands, your super glue. I don't want none of that in my mouth. So that's not going to work. She tells me, well, she has tried numerous times to offer me a chance to come back to her office, and I have refused. So at this point, have a blessed day. You gonna have, girl, I gave you $3,500. I only asked you for half, and you couldn't accommodate me with that. So that's why I came to social media, because everybody need to know. I found out she was not licensed. I got the text messages. When I went to post it about her, people went to inbox me. They said this girl was in Baltimore doing teeth, and she messed up people in Baltimore and came down here with the foolishness. Girl, you ain't gonna get away with that in Tampa. Trust me, we're gonna get you shut down. I'm gonna tell everybody about you. I'm gonna post you all over social media. I'm gonna be standing at your office. If anybody go in there, I'm gonna tell them about the experience. I'm gonna show them the hospital papers. I'm gonna have my dentist papers to show them. Like, girl, you caused this foolishness. You did that. I wouldn't let you touch my mouth, my children mouth, nobody mouth, my friend, Facebook friends, nobody mouth. So yeah, after she told me it wasn't gonna be nothing she could do, and that this was a kicker. She said, oh, she got good customer service, so regardless of what I say, her customer service skills will get her far. Yeah, your customer service skills will get you far on a call center job, but now when you put something in somebody's mouth causing infection, it don't matter how good your customer service is. That go out the window when I had to go to the emergency room and you told me you weren't gonna accommodate me. So who cares about the customer service? Yeah, facts. Right, she not legit. Right, but I guess because she from Baltimore, she gonna bring that janky service down here and we gonna let her ride. No, it's not gonna ride. I will be calling Bay News 9. I'll be calling 13. I'm calling all of them, baby. You're not gonna get away. I'm calling everybody. They will know information. I'm gonna be posting her address. She already changed the name of her business, so y'all be well. That's why I posted a picture of her. Y'all be well, because if you were standing on business, why would you go to your IG page and change your information? Why would you change your information if you felt like you was in the right? Why would you change your information? The first time you told me to go to the emergency room, you should have known you weren't right. You don't even got the tools, love. No. So yeah, that's what it's about. So I'm gonna be posting all night. I'm gonna be posting her information because she gonna run me my money. And if she don't, that's fine. You're gonna lose more in the long run. You won't make a dime here in Tampa peacefully. You won't do it. You will not do it. I'll make sure if I have to pick your fence outside your office, you will not make another dime. You ain't even supposed to be shaving people real teeth, girl. You done glued them darn partials in my mouth. You crazy as hell if you think I ain't gonna get my money, or you ain't gonna make a dime, or you gonna get locked up and go to jail. For real though. But y'all share this post.
After this woman's story started going viral, the Veneer tech lady ended up speaking out on her Instagram. And I woke up this morning and this woman has now deleted the video, but I have the video. So I'm going to go ahead and play that video. She also changed her Instagram name to the Fairy Godmother, but originally it was called the Veneer Fairy. And based off of my research, there was another online platform that had the same name and was a legal and certified business practice in Veneers. So I'm not sure if she intentionally did that as a way to cover up what she was doing, but she quickly changed her name because that business started receiving a lot of hate and a lot of negative comments on their social media platforms. But let's go ahead and get into what she had to say with her response video.
Okay, so boom. If y'all haven't been tuned in, or if y'all don't know, it's been a lot. These past 24 hours been a lot. But people always have a lot of questions and Q&As for me, and I can't fully respond to people like as soon as possible, but I always try to get it done within the 24 hours. A lot of questions that most people ask me, like what is the policy, what it is that you have to do, how does it work. So basically, I'm gonna just give y'all a little bit of insight. Pretty tell self, can my fiance get his teeth done? He needs time on. Yes, he can. So I'm just give y'all insight on how it works. So basically, you have composite resin veneers, and then you have porcelain. I am a veneer technician. I am not a dentist.
Now, I had to stop her right there because I did my research. This is illegal. This is crazy. I hope y'all not allowing people to play in your mouths. They not supposed to be in your mouth at all. They're not licensed. They need to go through 8 years of schooling to become a dentist in order for them to place veneers on your teeth, sis. I'm sorry. That's just what they saying. They saying that this is illegal.
Anybody that asks me what I am or what my policy is, I will tell you off rip. I am not a dentist. You do not need to have a license or a dentist license in order to be a veneer technician. You're a technician. You're not a dentist. I'm not doing any shaving. I'm not doing any surgical work. I'm not doing any extractions or any of those things. Therefore, I don't have to be licensed in order to do what a dentist would do. Y'all following me? If y'all following me, put your thumbs up. Second thing, now you do have to go and take the trainings and take the courses to be certified. Yes, you do. Because you can't just be out here with no type of certification, no training, nothing. No, that's just like a lash technician. There's a lot of people that do lashes, but they're not licensed. They're just certified. They took the training course. So it's the same thing with veneers. Veneers is an acrylic overlay over your natural teeth, which means it's just like for females, y'all go, y'all get your nails done, and you get the acrylic over your real nail. Y'all follow me? Okay, cool. Same thing with veneers. Very similar, but a little bit different. So how a basically consultation would go, you would DM me or you would call or you would contact me and you would say, hi, I'm interested in your service. I would say, okay, what service are you looking to get? Boom, boom, boom. Let's just say a customer or a client says they want to get veneers. Okay, cool. I'll have you send 3 photos of your teeth. Once you send me 3 photos of your teeth, I'll examine your teeth and say, okay, you can get these type of veneers, either composite or porcelain, whichever is best suitable for you. And it comes in a set of either 12, 16, or 20. Means 3 top, 3 bottom, 8 top, 8 bottom, or 10 top, 10 bottom. Okay, cool. Now, how it works for my business, all my sales are final. It's in my bio. I make sure I elaborate that to my clients when I'm texting them with their confirmation text and before I take any of their money. All my sales are completely final. I'll let you know it's a $500 deposit in order to book. Your remaining balance is due the day of service. Now, let me put my phone down. Can y'all still hear me? On the day of service, once you pay your deposit fee with me, that goes towards your remaining balance as well as the paperwork, and we'll do another consultation. Because I just want to clear the air. I'm not pointing any fingers, but you know, I've had an incident within the past couple of days where it's coming to you soon. I'm coming to you soon. Okay. I've had an incident. I don't know if y'all been on TikTok or if y'all been around, but I'll get into that eventually. When you come into my office on your day of service, mind you, you've already paid your deposit. Your deposit goes towards your remaining balance. Now, again, all sales are final. Don't get me wrong. I understand people change their mind. You get what I'm saying? Or this, that, and the third. But you also have to look at it from my perspective as well. Now, depending on what the reason may be, I may, give you back your deposit because you're no longer coming again, but I make it very clear that all sales are final. So and I don't force you to do anything. So do make sure before you come to me, understand and make sure this is something that you want to do, because once it's sent, it's sent. Y'all also got to understand, when y'all go to Miami or when y'all go to Atlanta or when you go anywhere, you understand what I'm saying? When y'all trying to get y'all body done, or y'all going to them other places and y'all trying to get y'all teeth done, once you send that deposit, it's over with. It's non-refundable. You can't call them people back and say, I didn't do my own. How come? I have to type it. I didn't do my own. I went to Miami. I went to Dental Design Smile to get mine, but I was trained by some of the people who did my teeth, that facility. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to get used to this Q&A thing. Where was I at? Oh, okay. So yeah, when you send your deposit, once you pay that deposit is sent. It's over with. You understand what I'm saying? You can't call them people and say, oh, hey, I changed my mind, or oh, hey, I don't want to use death, but I have bereavement in the family. Or you can't call them people and give them an excuse and expect them to get your money back. Do you understand what I'm saying? Thank you. You can't do that. It's basically a lost cause. So I treat my business the same way as such. You understand? Now I may have a little bit more leniency, but at the end of the day, business is business. Okay, cool. Y'all following me? All right. So once you come into my office, hey, how you doing? Don't get me wrong. My customer service is very important. You understand? Because you go far. Do you do it in Baltimore, or can we? No. So I used to travel, but I don't travel anymore. I've never really did veneers in any other state but Tampa, Florida. So you would come into my office. This ain't no chop shop veneers. This ain't no in the basement. I have a full office, like a dentist office. I have the table where you sit back and do your payments and your consultations. I have the dentist chair. I have the dentist light, the whole 9 yards. So a client will come in. They've already paid their deposit. We'll sit down. As soon as they sit down, I already have everything set up for them. You have your paperwork on the desk. So it's 2 forms that you sign before I even take any of the rest of your money, which is a waiver and release of liability form and a consent form. Those are 2 separate forms. Now, of course, this generation or this time of days, people don't like to read. They just like to skim through things and sign whatever. That's your business. That has nothing to do with me. My priority, my responsibility is make sure I explain to you everything of the process, the paperwork, and make sure that you're on board. Yes, I do. Yes, I don't know if you just came on, but yes, I do have a certification. Yes, I did the training that I don't know why my question's not coming up. But yes, I do have a certification. This isn't my first business. I've had multiple businesses, and I'm by the books. And also, I'm a client too. You understand what I'm saying? I like to get my lashes done. I like to get my hair done. I went and got my teeth done too. So I was once a client. Once, the wave yes, I just joined. No, it's okay. So, like I was saying, I'll have the forms for you. So what's the tea about that, lady teeth? I'm about to get to it. Boom. You have 2 forms. You have a waiver and release of liability, and then you have the consent form. I explain to you which each form is. You know what I'm saying? I let you read it and I let you sign it. No pressure. Sometimes so did she originally what? I don't know why the thing is not coming up where I can just see y'all comments. How do I understand the deposit is not refundable, but even if the clients didn't like the resolve, there's nothing that could be done. So no, listen, y'all, let me explain to y'all what happened. Does the certificate make this a legal service to perform though with no license? Yes, because it's not required to have an actual license, because I'm not a dentist. It's the difference from being a dentist and being a technician. That's like a lash tech. You understand what I'm saying? So once the client signs the form, out of their own consent, it's 2 separate forms that they sign. Then, I'll answer the questions after I'm done speaking so I don't keep getting thrown off. Okay, boom. I also let them know after you sign your forms. Another thing, I don't take anyone's money. I don't care how much it is. I don't care who they are. I don't care if you're my homegirl when you come in to get service. I treat everybody as such in a professional manner, because at the end of the day, you don't miss business with pleasure. That's just something that I go by 24/7, regardless. So once you sign your forms, I take the remainder of your balance. I don't take your balance and then I have you sign. No, ma'am, I don't do that. Once you sign your forms and I've seen that you signed it, I then take the remainder balance of what you owe for your service. After I do that, I let you know, like, I'll be taking a before and after photo of your smile, just your mouth. As y'all can see, it's mainly just my client's mouths that you see. If you do see their face, that's because they're fine with showing their face. And I ask them, is it okay if I take the photos for business purposes, for promotion? Yes, that's fine. Okay, boom. So you go, you get your veneers done. It usually takes between a 4 to 5 hour process. Once the veneers are completed, I let you look at your teeth. I let you examine them. I have multiple mirrors in my office. I even put you on the LED light. I turn the LED light off. I let you fully examine your teeth before you leave out of my office. Reason being, I don't know if any of y'all do business or have a business, but once you walk out of that facility, it is up to you to speak up and say I think you should get my bank since she was taking them off. I'm gonna have to finish asking. It's up to you to tell me if you like them, if you don't like them, if there's any uncomfortability or whatever the case may be. Because once you walk out of my office, it's over with. Especially if I've asked you. Now to address what y'all asking me as far as the situation that happened, and I really don't want to like exactly target her. So if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. So I've had, speak now, because exactly. So I've had a client in the past. She came, she got her veneers done, but she had a partial. So I don't know if y'all know, but partials and bridges are for people who have missing teeth and they need a replacement. Okay, cool. So a partial takes 7 to 14 days for it to come in. Once it comes in, I'll notify and say, hey, your partials are in. We'll service a date that works for the both of us, the service provider and the client. Okay, so she came in, she tried her partial on, she said it was perfectly fine. She just had to get used to it. That was her exact word. She just had to get used to it. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, other than you having to get used to it, never said it was uncomfortable, never said it was excruciating pain, nothing. Mind you, this is a brand new partial that is fresh out of the lab, customly made for her mouth. It was still sealed up in the box. I'm very sanitary as well because this is mouths at the end of the day. It was still sealed up. She opened it herself. So, you know, the stories of having an infection and all this, you got to understand, for people who don't know, you have one tube. The tube is probably like the length of my finger, probably a little bit longer. One tube is per client. You understand what I'm saying? My mouth guards, brand new mouth guards. I don't reuse my mouth. I don't reuse anything. For one, I don't even accept. That's another thing that I forgot to mention to you guys. I can pick and choose who I allow to come into my office and to do their teeth. You understand what I'm saying? So if I'm looking at your mouth and I'm looking at your teeth, and I can tell if you have an infection or not. You understand what I'm saying? Because I go to the dentist myself on a regularly basis. Not only that, for the people who don't know, if the bottom of your gums are a little like puffy or like big, you understand what I'm saying? That means you have gingivitis. That means your gums are exposed. Do you understand what I'm saying? Therefore, gingivitis is a form of a bacteria or an infection. I'm not putting my business at risk, and not even my business. I'm not going to allow a client to come in with having those conditions, and I have 50 million other clients who want to come into my office. That's not fair, and that's a safe and health issue for me along with my other clients. So to avoid that, that's why I tell my clients to send photos of your teeth so I can see and examine and say, yes, you can come, or no, you may not. Now, don't get me wrong. Some photos you can't see everything, but when I'm up and personal and close and I can see, then I'll go ahead and I'll say either yay or nay or so on and so forth. So to address the client, because I see a lot of people keep asking about her. Mom. Yes, Kalani. Yeah, we can go home in 1 second. Exactly. That doesn't even make sense. And I'm not doing nothing like that. I'm not gonna sit here and put something over something that needs to be fixed. That's like spraying perfume over dirt. Either way, eventually you still dirty or you still stink. So anyway, long story short, she had a partial in her mouth. She said she just had to get used to it. Okay, cool. Nope, exactly. They're not going to last long. She's had the partial in her mouth. She never said it was uncomfortable or hurting her. She said she just had to get used to it. So I explained to her, I said, okay, well, there's 2 ways you can do this. I can do your veneers with the partial out of your mouth, and then you can put the partial in, or you can keep the partial in your mouth, because she was saying that she wanted to get used to having a partial in her mouth. Her exact words was she wanted to learn how to talk with the partials in her mouth. So I said, okay, or I could do it that way as well. But I just want you to know that if I do it with the partials being in your mouth, it's a possibility that the glue may seep through because I still have to put the white veneer over the partial, which is a crown tooth. It's a possibility that it may get stuck to your real teeth. So if you're sure that you want to do this, we can do this. I just want to let you know the possibility. But if worst case scenario, we can always remove them. So she said she was fine. I can't read the comments and do this at the same time. Hold on, call him back later. So anyway, we go ahead. Now, mind you, this is a 4 to 5 hour process. So we go ahead, she sits down for the whole 4 hours, and I do her veneers. She's finished her veneers, she still has a partial in.
Daddy, FaceTime video.
She still has a partial in, and she still has a partial in. If he call it back, just tell him you're gonna call him right back, okay? She still has a partial in. I asked her if she like her teeth.
Daddy, FaceTime video.
She gonna call you right back. Alright. Sorry, y'all. So okay, boom. Her veneers are finished. She loves her teeth. I'm asking her, how does she feel? Is she comfortable with them? All of the above. She's saying she's fine. It doesn't hurt her. You know, she loves her veneers. Okay, we go in the mirror. She looking at them. She love them. I asked her before she leave the office. I said, okay, try to pull your partials out to see if you can take your partials out. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's my job to make sure. It's my job to make sure that the customer is satisfied. Because once you walk out that door, once again, as long as I make sure I cover all my steps, that's it. So she's like, no, I can't remove the partial. It's kind of stuck. I think it's glued to my teeth. So I can take the veneers off on the side, and so that way you can take your partial out, and then we can remove, and then you can put them back in, so that way you can take it in and out. Her response to me was, no, it's fine. I don't want to take the partial out of my mouth. I'm not mad that it's stuck to my tooth on the side. I just have to get used to talking and it being in my mouth. So I said, okay, are you sure? You positive? She said, yes. No, I love my teeth. They're perfect. I'm so happy. She goes and she makes a video on her phone in my office, smiling, cheesing, saying I did her teeth, giving me promotion. Okay. The night is over with. I never rushed on her teeth. Even after I finished her teeth, we still was there like another 10 to 15 minutes because, of course, now I have to get my content. So I'm getting my content. I'm recording. I've made sure I asked her numerous times if you wanted me to remove the partial out of your mouth so that way you could be able to take it in and out. She told me no. She was fine. She just want to get comfortable with it. She's not mad. Okay, cool. No problem. So I think she ended up texting me probably at like 3 a.m. or something like that, saying like, hey, can we just remove the partial out of my mouth because it's uncomfortable, and I think the partial was rubbing up against my gum. So I said, okay, cool, no problem. You can come in the very next day as soon as possible, as soon as I get to my office. So she comes in. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to read the comments as well as see what y'all saying. So she comes in, and so once she comes in, I remove the partial out of her mouth. Now, let's be for real. I'm not ready to sit here and lie and do all that because I really don't care at the end of the day. It is what it is. So yeah, so I'm shaving down her teeth so we can pull the partial out. Now the partial is stuck in her mouth. Yes, it's stuck in her mouth because some of the glue got on the back side of her partial. Now, I didn't glue her partial in her mouth. No, I would never do that. That doesn't make sense. So the partial is stuck in her mouth because the glue seeped through onto the other tooth, this was a possibility, and I explained this to her before she got her veneers. So it took us probably like 10 minutes for me to fully shave. I had to fully shave her top veneers off of her mouth and pull it out so she was able to get the partial out. Now, if she had an infection, if she had excruciating pain, if she had all of the things that she claimed she had, right then and there is when she would have said this is when she had all of this stuff, because you already came back in the next day to get it removed. So now the partial is out of her mouth. She didn't yank anything out. I shaved her veneers off and I removed the veneers out of her mouth. Once the partial was removed out of her mouth, I said, okay, it's off. What would you like to do? I said, now that the partial is out and you've experienced doing the veneers with the partial in, we will not do that again. Now that you understand, we won't do that again. What I'll do is I'll do your veneers. I'll do a very thin layer. And then if I have to add more to it so that way you can pull it in and out, then that's what we'll do. Her response to me was, okay, that's fine. I will come back in after I pick my daughter up from school so that way we can, so you can replace the 4 veneers on her real teeth and then put it back on her partial. That was that. So she ended up texting me like 2 hours later saying like, hey, I'm just traumatized by the experience, and I know I have missing teeth and I know my teeth are bad, but I didn't want to go to like a real dentist, but I think I'm just gonna take the money to go and pay and see a real dentist or so on and so forth. But she was looking for a refund. So okay, now we're at the refund stage. Oh, Yeah, so still nothing about an infection. Nothing about no infection. So she had a little abrasion on her gum. It's not an abscess. You didn't even have your veneers in for 8 hours or however long that you claim it is. Anybody that knows about infections or health or teeth or whatever, infections don't happen within minutes. Infections don't happen overnight unless the place is completely filthy or dirty. You didn't have the veneers in that long for you to have an infection. So that was a lie. Moving forward, so she says she wants a refund. So I'm like, okay, well, instead of me, I don't want to seem like I'm uncompassionable or I don't care and I'm just taking money because I'm not that type of person. She even explained to me how she loved the service and thank you for working with her even after I removed her teeth. So, we were trying to come to a common ground. So I don't know if anybody on here is a business owner, but basically what I was trying to explain to her, like, I was a client, so I understand, but I'm also a business owner as well. So, you paid for a service, she received the service. I didn't do anything wrong with the service. It's not like her veneers fell out. It's not like she got an infection like she claimed. As far as the partial being glued to her teeth, I explained to her the possibilities of what could happen if she decided to leave the partial inside her mouth. Once I explained to her and she understood the possibility and she still said that she wanted to keep the partial in while I do her veneers, that was on her. Now, if it was something that was going to cause harm or a safety hazard, of course, I'm not going to say, oh, just do what you want to do. That's on you. No, I'm not like that. I have my client's best interest all the time because at the end of the day, this is my business. So I'm explaining to her, I'm like, hey, what you went through, you won't go through that again because now you just will get the veneers without the partial being in it. You understand? So even still, she was still saying like, oh, I appreciate, the service, your customer service was great, so on and so forth. So now you paid for a service, you got that service, you were sad. Not only did you get the service, you were satisfied with your service. You were beyond satisfied with your service. You understand what I'm saying? Not only that, I have all sales as final, unless it's something on my behalf that I do wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? So at this point, it's like, okay, you have to be fair. What really would I be giving you a refund for? Because you changed your mind on getting the veneers, you still got that 4 to 5 hour service. You even said in the same breath that I overly exceeded the customer service and you loved your work. You loved my work. It was just the simple fact of your partial being stuck scared you. You understand? Which is fine. That's understandable. Now, honestly, and all of this happened so fast. So, and then, to address something, she said, I text you at 4 p.m. and it's 8 o'clock the next morning and you haven't responded to me. I gave you enough time. For one, you didn't give me enough time because you don't know what I have going on or what else I have to do. You text me at 4 p.m. and I still had a full schedule of work. Quite frankly, I didn't get off until 12 o'clock in the morning. So yes, I seen that you text me at 4 p.m., but I'm not going to stop in the middle of servicing another client to go to respond to you when this client is sitting in my chair. That's not how business operates. You understand what I'm saying? I will get back to you. I will respond to you within 24 hours, which I did. You didn't even give me 24 hours. You text me at 4 p.m. and then at 8 o'clock in the morning, you're calling me. Ma'am, I just got off at 12 a.m. Please give me a time to actually get myself together and even come up with a solution to help you with this situation. You understand what I'm saying? Like, be fair. So now at this point, she's being like belligerent. She's being nasty and saying like, oh, this, that, and the third. I don't want to go into detail what she's saying, but it got down to a point where, it was kind of like she was threatening me in a sense or trying to bully me into give her, her money back. Now, she never was asking for the full amount, but she was asking for half of it back. But you received a service. You didn't receive a half service. I didn't put half of the veneers in your mouth. You understand what I'm saying? And then even still, you had 2 chances to come and say, she had multiple chances to come and say what the issue was. Now, if anything, I would have gave her, her money back for her partial because you paid for that. You understand what I'm saying? But now you threatening me. Now you got people calling my phone. I don't take threats lightly. That's one thing we're not going to do. So now it's just completely like, you understand what I'm saying? Now it's no response. Now is no response because now safety is coming into an issue. You understand? And I didn't want to come to the internet with this, and that's why I wasn't responding or, because I don't feed into negativity. Because at the end of the day, I know I do what I'm supposed to do. I do my best at what I do. You understand what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, before any of my clients walk out, I make sure that they're satisfied. She's not the first person, nor will she be the last person that I've done veneers on. I've been in business for almost over a year now. I've had 50 million clients who've come in. If y'all go on my page, majority of my clients' teeth are messed up. Nobody's had this issue. You understand what I'm saying? So be fair. Like, honestly, be fair with yourself. If you go and you get your makeup done, right? That MUA, they go and they do your makeup. You get a full service. You make sure you ask them if they satisfied and they say yes. Once they leave out your chair, out your door, it's over with. Now, if they touch you and be like, oh, I don't like my face, I want my money back. I'm sorry? You had the opportunity to say what you needed and what you wanted fixed or changed, and you didn't. So now you don't want your money back. Or that's like you saying, oh, I got my hair done, but I don't want these braids no more, so I'm going to take them out. Can I get half my money back? No, that's not how that works in the business field. No, that doesn't work like that. And then for you to furthermore go on and try to be threatening and demanding, and that's not how you do that. So I just wanted to clear the air, and I don't really want to, I'm going to look at the questions in a second. I just wanted to clear the air, but at the end of the day, my clients always have the choice and the option to decline service. You don't have to sign. Yeah, I'm not really giving the energy into the client. I just wanted to address the whole, because it just was too much, and I was tired of. So I'm like, let me just get on here and explain to y'all how the process works and how the steps work. You understand what I'm saying? And maybe if she would have came about it better, you know what I'm saying? Instead of being like so quick to react and respond before you got to threatening or doing whatever, then yeah, I probably would have, you know what I'm saying, gave her back something. But the minute you just be demanding and threatening me and then try to bully me, no ma'am. So for anybody who is looking forward to getting service or anything like that, like I said, all my sales are final. I don't force my clients to do anything. I let them know right before they sign their forms. I don't take any money until after you sign and read your forms. Now, if you choose not to read your forms, that's on you. That has nothing to do with me. My job is to make sure I present it to you and you sign it. Once you sign it, I give you your service. It's my job to show you what the end result of your service is. If you like it, you speak up. If you don't, you speak up. Now moving forward. That's that. Now, if something happens, like it broke off, or, you know what I'm saying, it chipped, or it's dark, or whatever the case may be, then yes, that's on me. And I'm always willing to fix anything. Just like when she came back in the next day. She was willing to come back and get them fixed and done over. So it kind of threw me off, like, well, wait a minute, you just was about to come back. You understand what I'm saying? So where's all of this coming from? You've never not once said this. I get on social media and now you're saying all of this that I knew nothing about. So it's like, where's all of this coming from? But yeah, I just wanted to clear the air. You know, that's how the process works as far as coming in. Give me a second to look at these comments are saying, I think she gave him a name. Then so she never took them off at my office. I took them off for her. I understand it was, even if the clients didn't like the results, there's nothing that could be done trying to fix them. So she never said she didn't like her teeth. If y'all go on my story, it should still be up. That's her making a video of her teeth. So she never said she didn't like her service. She actually loved her service to the point where she was making a video of her teeth. As an MUA, I just would have, well, I mean, to each business is different, to each his own, but like I said, you know, makeup materials versus veneer materials is a huge difference, and it's very cost effective. It's a huge difference in that, like a huge difference. Why did I tell her to go to the ER? No, I told her if she was in excruciating pain that she should go to the ER. I didn't tell her she had to go to the ER to remove her veneers. Otherwise, the ER would have did them. And to answer your question, the reason why she still has her, the reason why she still has her bottom veneers on is because she was supposed to come back and get the remaining put back in. She said she wanted to go pick her daughter up, and then she was coming back. So that's why. So you told her you could remove it, but once it came to removing, it couldn't be removed, or there was a struggle. No, they got removed. I removed them. Why can't you give her a refund? She's not getting a refund because she paid for a service and she received the service and she was satisfied with the service. Let me see. What's the difference between the partial and regular veneers? So a partial is like a bridge. So if you have missing teeth, then you have to get a partial to put the missing teeth in. She was not satisfied. I think she was being reasonable, and we have to be a little bit more considerate. I always put my clients and my reputation first. Always. If she wasn't satisfied, she wouldn't have left out my building happy. Her mouth wasn't infected. You don't have to be a licensed dentist. I've never did teeth in Baltimore. Y'all must have, and I've seen that as well, and that threw me off. I've never did veneers. I haven't lived in Baltimore for over 7 years. I've never did teeth in Baltimore. I'm not a doctor, and dental surgery is for extractions. That's for if you're gonna get anesthesia to go to sleep, or that's if you have to do shaving of the teeth. I don't do any of that. Oh, y'all can't. The comments aren't turned off. Yeah, she's showing a text of what she want to show. You know what I'm saying? Stop, Kalani. What was your question? So she didn't take them off? No, she didn't remove them. I removed them. She wouldn't have been able to remove them. If that was the case, she could remove her bottom veneers. So you didn't tell her you didn't have the proper tools. What she wanted me to do was shave down her exactly like your mouth. So you know how you have the top of the roof of your mouth? That same piece comes on a partial. So it's kind of like the curve, like the inside of your mouth. She wanted that to be shaved. Like she wanted the inside of that to be shaved and cut off. No, I don't have the proper tools to do that. Because again, I don't shave down teeth. I don't shave down partials. That's how it comes. Now it can be, depending on certain clients, it may feel comfortable for them. It may not. It all depends. I don't shave. I don't do any type of shaving. If you read my bio, it tells you exactly what I do. I don't do anything outside of what I can't do. I can't see the new questions. How do it come up? I don't know why the comments are off. Okay, so if the infection, I see infections are seen through x-rays. You can't just detect an infection just by seeing her mouth. Actually, you can. You actually really can. If you brush your teeth and your gums start bleeding, that means you have gingivitis.
Mom, yesterday.
Why did you change your name? I changed my name because I seen there was somebody else who has the same name as me, and it was too much. All the backlashing and comments that her mouth was infected.
Well,
Huh?
how do you know her name is my main word?
If she's saying that she had an infection and that her mouth was infected, that means she been had an infection before she sat down in my chair. Because infections don't happen within hours. I'm trying to read all of y'all comments, so just give me a second. Okay, I think I answered everybody's question. I don't know why. I did Q&A, so it should just pop up. I don't know why they popping in a different thing, because I see people comments on the actual live.
Me too.
At the end of the day, if you go on my story and look at the video that she posted, that looks like a satisfied customer. How do you switch it over so I can see? Because it's popping up, but I don't see it. Can y'all see the questions? Hold on, let me get off and try to come back on.
Who do you think is wrong in this situation? In my opinion, they are both wrong. The veneer tech is dead wrong because what she is doing is illegal. Do I really need to explain anything else when it comes to her? I don't think so. But then also the client is wrong as well because she took the cheap route and she's upset because now she's seeing how this is turning into something that is very costly. And because she took the cheap route, she now wants her money back because she's seeing how much this is about to be, because she now has to go see a dentist, which is who she should have went to begin with, because that is the only one that can legally place veneers on your teeth. This all could have been preventable, and she shouldn't even be in this situation at all because she should not have taken the cheap route. When you take the cheap route, you don't plan for complications, and you should always plan for complications, because if something goes wrong, you're gonna want whoever you went to for servicing to treat whatever complications that you may be experiencing. And if you're going to someone and it's cheap, or you're okay with doing something or partaking in something that is illegal, you have to understand that if something goes wrong, you're screwed automatically. So that's my whole irritation when it comes to this entire situation. I completely empathize with this woman because she had a horrible experience. I understand her frustration, understand how she feels scammed, and also how she feels like she got got taken advantage of when it comes to this situation, but she also has to take some accountability, and hopefully they can work it out. But as of right now, it's just a hot mess. But that's all that I have regarding this situation. I would love your thoughts and your opinions down below in the comment section. If you're new here, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you will be notified for when I upload, and I hope to see you in my next one.